Hey, let's talk a little bit about your musical roots and where did that voice come from? Where'd you find the blues and what's going on there?
My biggest influences were like Stephen Stills and Neil Young, and I loved the confessional writers like Joni Mitchell and James Taylor. But I also listened to a lot of the Stones and Led Zeppelin and the Who and the Beatles, of course, and then Van Morrison was someone I listened to a lot, and then you got into people like Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder, and so that, it was a mixed bag, but I certainly never, I didn't get exposed to true blues artists until really later in life.
So all along, during those years, you're playing guitar, you're learning to play guitar, you're maybe thinking, well, Joni Mitchell's doing this cool thing. Did you always want to do what you're doing?
Well, it's a process of elimination. I wasn't qualified to do anything else, and I was a failure in school. And to be honest with you, there were very few things in my life as a child where I felt like I performed well, or I had any kind of gifting towards. And when I found music, it was an immediate thing where there was life in that for me. Our friends in the music industry joke that all my friends are either dead, dying, or in recovery. It's like that, and it's kind of a pitiful thing to say, but certainly the culture breeds addiction. However, I will say that in my own life, that had I not had music, I would surely be dead. It just reached critical mass when I was in my early 20s. I was severely addicted and pregnant and alone. My attitude about God was that he was, he was a pretty scary, critical guy with a big stick.
Christ for the blessing now, honey, would you run for the blessing now?
And amazingly, the Lord came and met me. And it was the beginning of my understanding, the kindness with which he dealt with me, and the tenderness and the full acceptance right where I was in all my, my dirt, which was severe, was so overwhelming to me. It was like, well, clearly, I have no idea who God is. I don't have the first clue. But if this is who you are, then I'm in.